All right, Jack, can you teach us about the Chapin Ice Melt Pro Contractor spreaders?
Absolutely. So yeah, the three things we're going to talk about today are what are these units, what are the features and benefits, and what are the selling opportunities for these units. So what are these? These two units here are true professional grade snow and ice walk-behind spreaders. These units are designed to use bagged material, bagged free-flowing material, whether that be rock salt or the pelletized ice melters that are very common. And they have a lot of common features, which I'll go into first, and then I'll talk about some of the differences. So initially, this unit here is an 80-pound capacity unit. And this unit here is a 100-pound capacity unit. And that is determined by the size of the hopper, okay? But from the ground up, there are a lot of common features. You'll see the tires are extremely large. On the 80-pounder, they're 12-inch pneumatic tires. On the 100-pounder, they're 14-inch pneumatic tires. Both units have a 360-degree baffle system. So you can put them all down if you're doing sidewalks, and then the product just drops right down. If you want to protect, things on the one side, you'd raise up the front one, raise up the left side, and you go along your flower bed, and you're not going to be putting rock salt or ice melter into some places you don't want it to go. So that's common on both units. The other common thing is the gear box. Both of them are metal gears, fully enclosed, and they have a grease fitting on the gearbox. So you're able to maintain the gears without having to open them up. And then from there, you get going up into the top of the unit. Both of them come with a rain cover. If you're out spreading and it's snowing or misting or raining, you're able to keep your material dry. So they both come with that standard. And they also have a top grate in the bottom of the hopper, which keeps material directly off the auger and allows it to break up as it's being pulled down to spread. So that is common in both units as well. And then the actual auger on these units, and I'm not sure if you can see it too well, it's a Christmas tree style auger, and it is replaceable if something were to happen to it. That's the same in both units. The control lever is the other thing that's the same. It's a nice one single hand operation. Pull it towards you and you're opening up the inside of the spreader. It's got a nice large rectangular type opening, which is another reason why it's really good for rock salt and ice melters. And then it also has a stop built into it. If you want to just make sure it opens half the way every time, you put your stop in place, and then you got consistency on how far the opening is coming open and how much material you're spreading. So that's common in both units. The differences, as I said earlier, 80-pound hopper versus 100. The 80-pounder has a powder-coated steel frame, and the 100-pounder is a stainless steel frame. Okay, so those are the two main differences, but the features and benefits largely are the same. And those are the things that make these, truly professional grade, snow and ice spreaders. So now I'll get into some of the business opportunities. Mainly, the thing is that the customers you can sell these to, it varies widely. Commercial landscape contractors, residential landscape contractors, general contractors, concrete contractors, all very, very common customers for these. But also property management. Anywhere there's a sidewalk or a parking lot that has to be, the snow has to be removed and the slip hazard taken away, is a candidate for these. Municipalities, institutions like churches, schools. So the opportunities to sell these are pretty broad. Now, one of the key things about these is the season to sell them is fairly short here in the upper Midwest. It's really from the middle of November to the end of February, really. So it's key that you get these in stock around mid-November, so you're ready for that first snow and ice occurrence. Because what happens with spreaders, guys don't go out and buy them ahead of time. Once the weather hits or the weather's coming that evening or the next day, that's when they go looking for these. And when they see these in person and they can see how durable they are and the large tires and all the other features, these are pretty easy to sell to a professional contractor. So, it's a key to have them in stock, but the customer opportunities are very broad ranging. So hopefully this was beneficial, and if you have any questions, obviously your Ralston Hogstrom account rep can help you with those.
Thanks, Jack.